Hey YouTube, welcome back to UniXTCG, and today we are going to be going over Set 4's blue reveals. Now, I am very happy with the support and the feedback for the red videos that I put out on Friday. I did take a little bit of a gap because while red was fairly straightforward in understanding how it went, I really did want to look into the other colors to make sure that I could give you the absolute best breakdowns I could and not just give you some surface level mess, because like I said, I want to be the best channel that you guys watch for this game. Now, with that being said, we are going to hop into all the blue reveals. We're going to break that down. If you like the video, and if you love the video, maybe subscribe for more TCG content. And last but not least, if you really want to support the boy, go down in the description and check out my Dragon Ball themed channel, Universe X, where we do Sparking Zero content, Dokkan content, Legends content, and we talk about Daima every week with a full comprehensive breakdown. And yeah, we're so close to getting 1,000 subscribers, so if you guys can help me with that final push, that would be much appreciated. That being said, let's hop into the reveals. Okay, so with the first card we have here being Shin, he's just a 1-drop, 5k power, 5k combo power. Activate main, place this card in one Kibito from your battle area to the owner's drop. Then you can play up to one skillless Kibito Kai from your drop. This is very narrow. We only have so many things that you can do this with. And there is a 1-drop Kibito draw one, and there's another 1-drop Kibito in this deck. So realistically, as long as you have 4 and 4, maybe 8 Kibitos, 1 or 4 of these Supreme Kais, and the Kibito Kai vanilla, that's cool and all, and this is fairly free. It's just kind of like interesting. And for all we know, this could be a very effective way to put the beat down on your opponent. I'm just not quite sure about this. It'll be tested. I think that this can be fairly consistent, but you'd have to pull it off by turn 2 for it to be worth, and turn 2 could easily be another turn with things like, Videl and stuff like that in blue, so we'll see. Speaking of that Kibito, we've got the 1-drop Kibito, 5k power, 10k combo power. On play, place the top 3 cards from your deck into their owner's drop, so you already know what time it is. Like I said, we started seeing the self-mill on Gotenks, and then when we saw Vegito, we saw more of it. So I was like, okay, that's it right there. Like, we're getting a self-mill deck, and we're probably, like, it was my theory that we were going to get like some sort of recursion card, and we do, so there's lots to talk about. But yeah, we're gonna keep going. You got this next card, Videl. This is a Satan City retro support. It's got 1 cost, 5k power, 10k combo power. Activate main, return this card to the owner's hand, reveal the top card of your deck. And if the revealed card has Satan City in its special traits, play up to 1 Videl with a cost of 2 from your hand. Then you can't play Videl for the turn. So this is pretty cool. Obviously they make it so that you can't do it multiple times per turn, and so there's no really way to cheese this, because you can't just have like 3Ds on board and use them one by one, which is the normal style of the Satan City deck. You set the top card of your deck and you abuse the crap out of it. But this is going to allow you to play Videl for 1. And that's not bad at all, especially with this being a 10k combo. If you guys remember that 3-cost Gotenks that came out, yeah, this is like that for Satan City decks, and I like that. I like that a lot. More combo power, more Satan City cards, cheating out one of the best cards in your deck. I'm here for it. And it also, if you really think about it, it kind of compensates for Videl being a 0 cost, or a 0 combo, because you have this 10k combo that's going to pair with it pretty much every time. Now we have got this Fortune Teller Baba, 2 cost, 5k, 10k combo power. Activate main, place this card in the owner's drop. If you have 10 or more cards in your drop, play up to 1 Vegito with a cost of 2 or less from your drop. There's 1 in this set, and there's also the Crit Vegeta Self-Awakener from last set. So it's like, it's cool. I think that the pool is a little too limited, and there's going to be some things about this 10 or more cards in your drop condition that I would like to get into when we go to the Gohan archetype breakdown video that will be later today. So yeah, just make sure you look at that. Then you've got Sun Goten, and Sun Goten is a 2-cost, 20k, 5k combo power, and it says on play, if you have 10 or more cards in your drop, your leader gets plus 5k power this turn. This is just a static boost when it comes out, and I think that's actually pretty cool, just to make sure that you have just different ways that you could go about boosting up your leader, attacking your opponent. But once again, it's got that 10 threshold, and like I said, that's going to be a very big part of the next video. So moving forward, you've got Trunks, 2-cost, 20k, 5k combo power. On play, if you have 10 or more cards in your drop, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with the cost of 3 or less and return to the owner's hand. Very Gucci. Very cool. And then you've got this Gotenks, which is also nice. 2 cost, 15k power, 10k combo power. On play, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. When attacking, draw 1 card, then discard 1 card from your hand. So yes, it's not going neutral with Awakened Leaders, which kind of sucks, but it is a self-awakener. It's going to allow you to filter through your deck while setting up your drop, which is essentially what this Gohan archetype and some of these cards in here, most of these cards in here, want you to do. Next, we've got Son Gohan Adolescence, and this guy is a 2-cost 20k 5k combo power. Auto once per turn when a battle card is played from your drop, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and reduce its cost by 1 to the turn. That tells you all you need to know about what the focus of this deck is. Like, there is going to be at least 1 recursion card. And when it comes to this, the thing I don't like is that this is like a Vegito. He needs to stay on the board, like Vegito from set 2. He needs to stay on the board to get the most value from him. If he's not on the board, he's not doing anything. And the turn you play your payoffs is probably not likely a turn you're going to be able to play this card in the same turn. So you need to put a 2-cost 20k on the board and have it stay on the board while you get to your payoff. And let's face it, we all know 2-cost 20ks, that's an open season for any piece of removal in the game. Any piece of removal in the game. This is getting waxed by God Kamehameha if it needs to. This is getting waxed by Sphere of Destruction if it needs to. This is getting waxed by Whis and a Gohan 3 on board. This is getting waxed by Vegito 3 in blue. This is getting waxed by Sinister Sickle. The list goes on and on. 4-drop Gohan. This card is not surviving. So I don't like this effect at all. Next, we're going to go over to this Vegeta. It's a new Vegeta, a new 2-cost or lower Vegeta. But it's a 2-cost, 10k power, 10k combo power. Permanent, your turn. If you have 10 or more cards in your drop, this card gains 15k, becoming a 25k. On play, place the top card of your deck into the owner's drop. So more mill, kind of a cantrip mill if you think about it. And then he's going to become a 25k just for meeting a threshold. Then you have got Son Gohan Adolescence. 3-cost, 25k. 5k combo power. On play, if you have 10 or more cards in your drop, add up to 1 extra with both Sand and Earthling in its special traits from your drop to your hand. So that's actually pretty cool. And we do have a couple of those, and that like I said, we'll be getting into that more next video when we start having to pull the Gohan archetype together. But this is basically just like a different flavor of Piccolo. Now the difference though is that Piccolo requires you to have 7 or less cards in hand, but can pick up any extra. This doesn't have a hand requirement. It has a graveyard threshold, but you have to pick up Sand and Earthling. It has to have both, not just one. So you can't pick up Gallic Gun, you can't pick up Sinister Sickle, you have to pick up specific cards. But it's got a 25k stat line, which is a little easier to keep on the field. 3 cost, basically, the only, like, not even yellow because Final Explosion exists. No color really should have a problem wiping this guy off the board, so he's pretty vulnerable too. Now we've got the Kibito Kai that we were talking about earlier. I'm hoping to give us another Kibito Kai in a future release set for support, but this guy's just 25k, 10k combo vanilla, and you can cheat him out using that Shin. So you can essentially on turn 2 play a 3-drop for almost free and then start attacking with it. So that's cool, I guess. Now we've got Great Saiyaman 2. She's a 4-cost, 20k power, 10k combo power. On play, if you have 7 or fewer cards in hand, play up to 1 skillless Great Saiyaman from your drop. So for 4, you get to play 2 4-drops. And that's pretty cool because the 4-drop Gohan is, I think, a 30k. He's kind of a house. So you can play for 4 and then get a Gohan out and then have a 20k and a 30k and then just go ham. But it does have a hand requirement, and we do hate that pesky little hand requirement. And on top of that, it's a 20k. So even though it's a 4-cost, it's still getting removed by pretty much all of red. Blue will have no problem removing this because of Sickle. And then on top of that, black will probably have a little trouble blowing this up, and green will have to get to their higher cards, like their 5-drop Gohans or higher to blow this up. So it's a little sticky versus at least 2 colors. And then of course there is yellow that still has Final Explosion, which lots of people are underrating. Now there's this card, Vegito. Vegito is a 4-cost, 15,000 power, 10k combo power. Activate main for 2. Discard 1 card from your hand and place this card into the owner's drop. If you have 10 or more cards in your drop, play up to 1 Vegito with a cost of 5 or 6 from your drop. So we are instantaneously looking at this and realizing, okay, this guy costs 4, you play him for 2, or you crack him for 2, discard a card, and you can play Secret Rare Vegito from set 2 or Secret Rare Vegito from set 4. And that's actually pretty neat. I think we all kind of know the implications here. Just seeing this guy has such pitiful stats, every single color. outside of black and yellow. Being a 4 cost kind of makes him a little strong against black and yellow for, you know, laying him on the board and just hoping he survives. But against red, 15k is just too easy. Against blue, 4 cost is too easy. And then green, by the time you can play this, green can play something that can smite it. So very likely, unless you're playing against yellow or black, playing this guy and then trying to activate him the following turn is likely going to get you hurt. Now, as long as you don't rest them though, and they don't play like 1-drop Frieza and then final rest or final explosion, yellow can't really touch this guy either like that. But once you actually, but I guess yellow can just tap him and swing him. So really it's just black. Black is the only color that's gonna really be a little rough to try to get this guy off the field. Pan can bounce it, but that's about it. So realistically, this guy is meant to be played and popped in the same turn, which means with his 4 cost, you can kind of start seeing the threshold for revival. They're not just going to let you revive a secret rare or a Vegito double strike, but with this guy being a 4 and then going directly into your 5 or 6, yeah, we're probably assuming that something's going to revive a 4-drop card. This is how you read the tea leaves, guys. You have to look at these context clues. They would not make this card if you could just skip a step and bring out the secret rares. So that like 4 is likely the highest that you'll be able to bring out. Then you have got the Legend of the Strongest Sword, which is a field card. Activate battle once per turn, discard 1 extra from your hand. And then your Son Gohan Adolescence that's in battle gets plus 10k power for the battle. So you can turn your leader into a 30k by discarding an extra. This can happen once per turn. This is nice. I'm not sure if I want to play a deck with so many extras that I can actually use this, because if you can only use it once per turn, this is only good if you have one extra in your hand, maybe 2 at a time, so you can use it on your turn and your opponent's turn, and then you don't draw more extras. But to have enough extras to use this effectively, you're likely going to have multiple extras in hand, so you get to combo up to 30k once, and then the rest of your hand's kind of dead. Furthermore, it's a hard minus. There's nothing getting these cards back. So it's just like you're just bleeding from your hand. Eventually you're gonna end up with no cards in hand, and most of them didn't have combo power anyway, so I'm not quite sure about this card. Now we've got Overwhelming Confidence, and this is the big Shibuzi. This is the one that, yes, like this is the payoff we were all looking for. This is why you want to discard a card with Gohan. 5 cost, activate main, place the top 3 cards from your deck. Top 3 cards of your deck into their owner's drop. Draw 1 card, then play up to 1 battle card with a cost of 4 or less and sand in your special traits from the drop. This is Gotenks from the starter deck. So you could play this, mill 3, draw 1, play Gotenks, get a Trunks and Goten back, and you literally you lost 2 cards from your hand because you discarded a card to reduce this cost, and then you played this card. So, but you drew 1, and then Gotenks is going to get 2 cards. So you actually went +1 in that whole interaction, which is a nice little thing. But you're also bringing back, if you so choose, the 4-drop Gohan from set 3 to bottom deck 2 3-drops or less. You're also bringing back that 4-cost Vegeta to then crack and then bring out the Vegito 4 or Vegito 5 or Vegito 6, which means that this is a 5-cost play. You pay 0 to reduce the cost, you pay 3 to play this card, you bring out Vegito, you pay 2. And then you're going to be able to play out one of the secret rare Vegitos, and I respect that. I think that's actually pretty cool. But real quick, we're going to have a special message from our sponsors. It's a special message every video, despite it being the same. But yeah, just so you guys know where to buy all your TCG needs. And yeah, let it roll. All right, y'all, taking a quick moment to shout out the sponsors for this video. First up is Mystic TCG, a store based in Missouri that sells all sorts of TCG product, even more than what you see featured here on this page. They also buy singles, collections, and prize cards, so make sure you actually catch them out in their store in Missouri at an event, or even on their Facebook, just to be able to see the events here, but also ask them what they're up to and what they're looking for in terms of vending. You can also use the code UNIXTCG to get discounts off your pre-orders as well as orders, so make sure you get your TCG product while it's hot. Then you have Eclipse Cards and Hobby based out of Texas, and if that sounds familiar, they did sponsor me with a box of Fusion World Set 1. But as you can see on this page, there is a plethora of TCG products that they are actually having for sale at their establishment. You can also even buy things that aren't just TCG products. As you can see on the screen right here, they hold their own locals, they hold their own events, and they are going out to more and more events. You can actually check their Facebook to see their schedule, as well as call and ask about their vending list. And at the checkout for their website, you can use the code UNI10X to actually get percentages off your pre-orders or your orders. So go check it out as well. And we're always up to all sorts of things in Universe X. So you can go down the description and check the link tree to find out about my other channels, my Twitch, or any other avenues that I'm creating content on. But if you want to go the extra mile, you can always go down to any description on any video and find my Amazon affiliate links. These products here will differ from video to video to cater to the audience in question, but it's just very easy to see something that you may like or be interested in, open it up and choose the style and or color that'll work for you. All proceeds will give kickbacks to the channel, so it'll be some direct support, and I'll always appreciate the help from you guys. So with that being said, let's get back to the video. So yeah, awesome stores, always awesome stores. Make sure you use my code words in the description to get the best deals on your TCG product. But now it's back to the review. All right, the next card in our docket is Amazing Hidden Potential. This is another 5 cost. Activate main, play up to 1 Gotenks or Son Gohan Adolescence, both the cost of 4 or less from your drop. Then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and reduce its cost by 1 for the turn. So if you use this card, you will be able to bring back a Gotenks SR from this set, reduce somebody's cost by 1, and then bottom deck a 4 cost or less, making this a 3 cost way to get rid of cards like SS4, Secret Rare, things like that. Or you can bring back a Gohan from set 3 and reduce something by 1, and then bottom deck a 4 drop and a 3 drop, which is awesome because that was one of the things. Half the time you didn't even need to bottom deck 2 4 drops. You just need to bottom deck 1 4 drop and whatever else they have in their field, and this allows you to do it, making this actually not a bad card at all when you think about it in that kind of like respect. It's pretty cool. Using Gohan's effect is actually just like pretty cool. I'm digging it. But of course I'm gonna be brewing this because it's my boy. But like I said, that's the next video. Then you have Piccolo, and Piccolo says on play, look at 5 cards from top of your deck, then reveal up to 1 Gotenks or extra and add it to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of their owner's deck in any random order. Very cool. You're gonna be able to search out your Gotenks, be able to search out your extra cards. Then we've got Vegito Mini Daima, and he's just 2 costs, 15k, 10k power. We've already seen these. These are the ones that we've already started to see. While we're here, we're starting to see the ones we already see, and it's really just, it's less about, just like in the red video, this is less about reading these cards and more about seeing if they have any better synergy now that we've seen more cards. And realistically, the Piccolo that we just went over doesn't really have any extra synergy. I mean, we saw like more Gotenks, but we already knew there was gonna be more Gotenks, so he's just a great searcher. We saw more extra cards, so yeah, he has more targets, so I guess that is technically the definition of more synergy. Now this Vegeta Mini DA, when attacking, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and reduces cost by 2 for the turn. This was never bad. He's a 20k swinger if you have 7 or fewer cards in hand, and then he's also got the ability to reduce something. I think honestly, he's still what he was. He's just an enabler for some of your cards. Then the Bulma is just a draw 1. She literally is a self-awakener draw 1, so she's gonna +2. Should not underestimate that. A +2 is actually pretty funny for no reason. Then moving past that, we've got the Gotenks. This definitely gained more tools because we got a new Goten and a new Trunk, so there's more options than ever. And so yes, this one did get boosted synergy. We got this Goku. He's a 3 cost, 20k, very removable by every color. On play when attacking, yeah, you just choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards, cost of 1 or less, place at the bottom of your deck. I don't really see a reason to play this over Zamasu. Zamasu is on play. This is on attack and on play, so you're getting more usages from it. However, it costs 3, and there's so much you can do with 3 energy and blue, so many impactful cards or combo plays, and this guy is not going to likely live through the next turn. We've got the Gotenks SR, and yes, this card gained a lot more synergy. You have ways to revive it, 2 cards that revive it, one of them making something potentially a 4 cost to bottom deck, which is one of my gripes with it. If you remember when I talked about this card, I was like 3 cost misses a lot of power players in this format, and I think that this fixes that quite a bit. And then you've got the Vegito SR or SCR, which definitely gained traction and motion. This guy 100%. He now has a way to be played on 5 energy. 5 energy plays out this guy, so it's a whole turn earlier. I think that depending on the deck you're playing against, if you get 2 of them out, you're in a much better position. We have a lot to talk about in the next video with the Gohan archetype, but I definitely think this card did get the sauce when it comes to his viability. That new 4-drop Vegito and then the overwhelming confidence 100% changed the game with this guy. Next, we have Tien Shinhan. He's cool. Okay, he's a super combo. Nothing really changed with him. And then the last card we have on the docket is Galactic Donut. he did get synergy because now we know that you can search him out with the Piccolo, and then he's also going to, of course, with the Gohan, be very, very accessible, being played by 4-1. So yeah, we have a lot of things we can do here. I think that a lot of the cards that we saw in blue did gain more value as we saw the full set. So with that being said, let me know how you feel when it comes to this. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know if you guys like the blue cards this set, and also stay tuned for later today, a couple hours from now maybe, when I drop the blue Gohan archetype breakdown. And if you really want to see the extra layer for these, go on my Patreon, join into one of the tiers, Galactic Patrol or higher, and then you can see not only my previous deeper competitive Nats dive of what's it called, UI Goku, but you'll also see the one I'm putting up today about Ultimate Gohan, and so on. We're going to go through all the colors, and we're going to put additional content on Patreon. My first deck list, the testing. We're doing testing nights for the Patreon for Nats, and so yeah, we're going to be doing a lot here. But with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys see the next video. Keep your notifications on because we're plowing through these, and I'm going to give you the best breakdowns on these archetypes and the color reveals and more that you have seen thus far. So see you next time, and like I said before, if you really want to help me out, go over to Universe X in the description, subscribe, maybe check out a couple of videos if you're a Dragon Ball fan. Alright, thanks, till next time.